Ooh, happy Halloween, everyone. Boop. Welcome to Resin Crafting with Chris Collected. Today's an extra spooky episode. We're going to do one more of these candy dishes to make sure that I have enough candy. And of course, Halloween time is coming up, and so I wanted to make sure I had a festive little lights plate switch. I didn't have a doorbell cover, or I would have done that one, but I figured close enough. We'll be using Resiner's resin here, 200 mils of each, so for a total of 400. I will be ordering more of the Resiners. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't had any problems with it. It pours out really easy. Yeah, I'm about to buy probably another gallon or two of this one. Now let's get all of that mixed up. And I decided to add a little bit of this glow-in-the-dark orange-yellow powder. I put about half of this container in. I should have put this in after I took out all the bubbles, and it ended up overflowing. So you'll see that later. That front one was a little loose, but overall I think this is a pretty good device. Sorry for my head and hair getting in the way here. I have such a short torso, and my head goes into every shot. Next up, put it into our bubble removing machine. And because there's color in it, it really expanded crazy. And actually ended up touching the lid. I'll show you here. Yes, he ended up touching the lid, so I went ahead and cleaned it off in the back there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this glow-in-the-dark orange, and I'm actually going to separate it out and put in a little bit of purple. This is the Pearl-X Reflect Violet. Now we're going to get that mixed up, and actually the purple will completely overtake this orange. Yeah, look at that. Nice and pigmented now. I wanted that because I've done light plate switch covers in the past, and I made them a little too clear, and so you can kind of see through it. So I was like, oh, yeah, let me quickly put some really dark purple in it. Plus, we'll get a really cool effect because I will be putting this orange down as a base coat and then putting the purple on top of it, and actually will create that crackle effect, making it extra spooky. And I put rubbing alcohol into this as well, so all my corners should be nice and sharp and not have any air bubbles. Doesn't look great. And essentially the orange and the purple will replace each other, like where they will sync and go into each other, and it creates this crackle effect. It's awesome. All right, next up, let's get the candy dish done. So I started with pouring the rest of the first container that we had grabbed some of the orange out of to make the purple. And so I just poured the rest of that in. And then what I wanted to do is just throw in a bunch of glitter. So first up was confetti glitter. Next up is this kind of sequin glitter. Has little pumpkins and all kinds of fun things in it. And then this black holographic one too. And the idea is I just want to make it more festive looking, and like there was already candy in the dish. Now we pour the second in, and that will move all of that glitter around. And this way, it's really organic. Some's going to be a little more bunched up in one place or another, and I had really no control over where it all was going to go. Just like a candy dish, right? It's like everything is every direction. All right, now let's get all the rest of that orange out. As you can see, we have not filled up the container. Funny enough, if I didn't do the light plate switch, I probably would have completely filled this container, but I wanted to do the light plate as well. And why not grab a little bit of this purple that we have left and just drizzle that on it. And then kind of mix it in a little bit. And what we did last time is I tried to add a little bit of like a rust feature to it. And so I took this same concept, but did it with purple this time. And it actually works out amazing. Look at the demolding that's coming up next. And it just absolutely worked exactly how I wanted. All right, everyone, my name is Chris Collected. I do rug tufting, resin crafting, and sewing. Happy Halloween to everyone. And an extra spooky horror season to everyone. Boop. All right, so first up we have the light plate switch. I don't see any air bubbles in it. And if you look, that crackle effect is perfect. Next up, let's get that candy dish done. So as you can see, the glitter has just kind of gone everywheres, and we did not completely fill this one up, which is fine. I mean, as long as there is stuff covering the base, it is a complete object. And the sides are 100% done, so that's all I really needed it to be. The demolding was super easy. And ready for the next one. All right, then let's check out that candy dish. As you can see, the glitter went everywheres. And that's exactly what I wanted. And all that orange will glow in the dark. And so I decided to test it out and pour a little bit of my candy in there. As I said, I only have about 10 or so kids in the neighborhood. I'm in kind of like an old person neighborhood in that sense. So everyone goes somewhere else for Halloween. They don't really go to mine. So most times I only buy like one bag. And I just buy stuff that I like, which I like Sour Patch Kids. So yeah, as you can see, it fits a bunch of them, about 20 or so, which is all I need it to fit. And I have 2 of them now, so I'm probably going to put both of them out. But you can see the purple is just in there. Oh, it looks so good. And then this light plate come out perfect. Thank y'all so much. Happy Halloween. Please subscribe.